Hey, everyone. Today we have a real exciting one. A stock that has 10 times potential, a stock that's fighting against Google, the tech giant that everyone seems to love to hate right now, and a stock that is in potentially the biggest patent infringement lawsuit of all time. We're talking a patent infringement lawsuit over $2 billion of potential. And that company is Netlist. Before we get started, I'm not a financial advisor. Please do not take financial advice from me. Everything here is my opinion. My name is Jacob Braun. I'm a writer on Seeking Alpha, and for my actual job, I'm a software engineer. Because of my actual job, I try to follow the tech scene, which is actually how I found out about this company. But in addition to that, I'm a contributor for the Best of Us Investors YouTube page, which you're watching this video on. I put out a video every Monday night, 4 p.m. on 4 p.m. Central Time Zone. Please continue to come back. We're going to try to have exciting topics every single week, including I'm trying to work out getting some Web3 topics on here. So that's crypto and NFT, all those hot topics that are very difficult to understand. I have a position in Netlist. I invested in the company about 2 years ago when I first found out about it, and I've just been growing a position ever since. So know that ahead of time with everything I say. Um, yeah, now this is a very exciting company. With that, I'm gonna share my screen and talk some more specifics. If you want to reach out to me ever, check out my Twitter profile at Real Jacob Braun. That's where I'll be able to communicate with you best, and where if you have any ideas for future videos, things you want me to talk about, write about, please reach out to me. That's how I find out about so many great companies because everyone out there, all of you guys in the tribe, in the Discord, or anyone else, you guys have so many great companies you know about, and I love to hear about them. And with that being said, also join the Discord. If you're in the Discord, I'm in it. Just at me if you want me to look at a specific thing. We're going to go to our video sponsor today, stockcard.io, a great tool that uses AI to help you with your stock performance. I really like their stock research tool. It helps you do very fine screens where you can look at companies that just meet your criteria. I think oftentimes the hardest thing is finding out what companies to look at. And stockcard.io makes that so much simpler with their stock screener. They have also these quick attributes per se that show you kind of what a company's about. And it's really hard with Netlist, which is a pink sheet stock. So it's a penny stock. It doesn't trade on the normal exchanges. And I'll show you later, it got down to trading at 10 cents a share. And Netlist right here, it's very difficult to have great information about. And yet, StockCard.io has some very accurate information. It can tell us what investors are thinking. It can show us about their operations, their growth potential. And I think that's awesome because so many other places aren't going to cover or even have a stock that's OTC that not many people know about. So StockCard.io, great tool. I'd recommend it. If you want to check out my writing, go to Seeking Alpha. I've written 4 articles more in depth on the company and the specific topics we're going to talk about. I'm mainly going to just talk about the Google case and specifically the Claim 16 case and give an update on what happened. For a brief overview on the company right now, the company's trading at 442 a share. That's right below a $1 billion market cap. If we look at the 3 month chart, we see that we had a huge drop here, and we'll go into that specifically. And then the 1 year chart, we went from $2 all the way up to 10, trade around 6, and back to where we are today. On the 5 year chart, we got down to 10 cents, which is the time period I was talking about, until we came up here. We're going to primarily focus on this right here, this section, this 1 year section, and specifically the 3 month section. So on the 1 year section, right here, Netlist has their first hearing, big hearing for the Claim 16. On this right here in the January, they had the first delayed hearing, which was delayed again, and that's where we put it today, where we have a hearing on the first week of March. For Claim 16, I'm throwing this around. What does that mean? So Netlist is currently in a big court case against Google over something called Claim 16. What that is, it's a claim about their 912 patent, which is a seminal patent, an industry-changing patent. It's used in server technology. Just to give you the scale of this lawsuit, Google has in 2015 was estimated to have 2.5 million servers. Each server has 8 chips which contain this technology that we're talking about. In 2009, Google was found to have not this specific piece of technology, but some other netless technology that this is based on, and in their servers. That was found out, and Google went and challenged that those patents. That was dragged out for 10 years, and now we come back to the actual cases after Netless won all those challenges. That's what this is about. It's about during that time period where everything was in limbo. Does Google have to pay for the use of Netless technology? So Netless has a very key patent for server technology. At the very least, companies are going to have to pay to license it going forward. But the question is, all the companies like Google who used it going back, are they going to have to pay? And that's what Claim 16 is about. It's a partial summary judgment for intervening rights. Um, and I think Google has or Netless has a very good chance at winning. I write specifically in my writings about why. I would suggest you reading more about it. But that's I think where Netless is in a great position. And upon a winning, we're looking at a stock price of 20 plus. I think it would be has the potential to go above that. So this one court case hearing, as we're looking at potentially at least 5 times potential, potentially more, 10 plus times potential. And that just shows you the power of this court case and why it's so important, and why when this court case is delayed, it has such an effect on the stock price. Looking specifically at those delays. So we're in our 1 year chart right here. Our first delay, November, yeah, it hurt the stock price for that little bit when it was delayed, and then we steadied kind of for the next few months. That delay, right when it was delayed, we got another court case. We got the date. So we kind of right there was not much uncertainty. Yeah, it was a delay. It was upsetting, but it was okay. Funny thing about that case, that judge who was assigned to the case for that one, and then our second one on January 12th, those 2 cases, that was the judge who ordered the search of Google servers in the 2009 case. So she has a history with the case. However, unfortunately, on January 12th, which is why we're here today, uh, there was a motion to vacate the hearing. No one knows entirely the reason why, but at the time, you can see why the stock kind of steadied for a bit right around there, is because people thought there was a settlement. If there was a settlement, that would have been huge. The stock would have gone through the roof, but there wasn't. And we realized that as investors around the 18th, when Jason Sheesby, the attorney for Netless, filed a motion to change venue. Basically, he was telling us, hey, we're trying to get out of this specific venue for whatever reason. We don't know the reason. And we want to go to a new venue um, and continue this court case. So that let people know, hey, there's no settlement. And it's just more uncertainty because of that huge uncertainty around such a big case. Remember, there's billions of dollars at stake. And now this is not that very not that big of a company. So these billions of dollars matter a whole lot to them. We saw a huge drop. They dropped down 50% of the value almost. And then after that, we saw a rise of almost 50% in value. So in a 2 week span, we lost 50% of the value and then gained 50% of the value from that point. So that's an incredible 2 week swing that I'm sure some people made a lot of money off of, but most people kind of were just along for the ride. On this screen right here at the bottom, the reason we came back up is they announced, "Hey, we're going to change your judge," and they gave a set court case. That court case is in the first week of March, and is when this Claim 16 hearing will now be. The Claim 16 hearing, first week of March, will probably be 1 to 2 weeks after we'll hear the final hearing, and that's when we'll see a massive swing one way or the other, depending on how this hearing goes. Uh, as far as strategy, I think you have some time if you're trying to accumulate. And for me personally, I'm going to continue to accumulate up until that point. And really, after that 1 2 weeks after, when we hear that announcement, that's really going to determine what the stock is and what the outlook is. So we'll have to reassess around that point. And I'm sure Carrie or myself will make a video to update you guys all when all that goes down. Yeah. So we have a very exciting stock that has had a lot of movement. Over the past year, it's up 300%. Over the past 5 years, it's up 300%. But if you look at this 10-cent market, we're up much more than there. The past month, we're down 26%. So it's a very volatile stock. So if you're going to invest in this, be ready for volatility. It's a roller coaster. You're going to have massive swings one way or the other, and it's a high risk for high reward stock is how I put it. Uh, with that being said, Thank you so much for watching this video. Uh, if you like this tool that we're using, it's called stockcard.io. Please use the code best of us if you end up getting a subscription, just to let them know to let them know we sent you. I highly recommend it. It's a great tool. I love using it, and I think it's helped me with my research process for companies. Additionally, if you want to reach out to me to talk further about this stock or other stocks, please reach out to me on my Twitter or on my Seeking Alpha profile. You can direct message me or comment and at me on one of my writings. Finally, the tribe, I'd highly recommend you join the Discord. And if you're in the Discord, you can at me. I'm in there at Jacob Braun. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please give feedback, and I'd love to talk further with you. Have a good day.